Hey man, let me out of this car.
Basement. 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 Basement.
Hey guys, how is it going? You guys got me? You hear me out there? We got some guests here. Check this out. Or I'm the guest, actually. How are you?
Hi guys.
Good evening, guys.
Man, you guys are loud now.
Yeah, the subwoofers are on.
It's good.
Hello, Bo.
Yeah. Yeah. So where are we over there? Where are we? What town? Or yeah.
We in Midrand in Johannesburg at Exhibit Audio with Nevlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So looks like you guys are just taking it easy.
Yeah, we're pretty relaxed.
Yeah. That's cool. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes,
all
yes.
good.
All right. So what do we have going on? Oh, we've got a camera guy.
Yeah,
I
we
need
got
a
a
camera
camera
guy.
guy.
How do I get a
We got
camera
an
guy?
entire crew set up for today.
Can you see us better now, Bo?
Do what?
Can you see us much better?
Oh yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so Bo, thank you for having us. This is our first Base Wars Live in Africa. So we're
Yeah.
pretty
No,
excited.
thank you guys. I told them, I said I was the guest. You it's your guys. It's your live, right? I'm just happy to be here.
You got to show us the rope. You've done this much more than we done.
Right.
But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity and believing in Sugen and myself.
Yeah,
You've got
sure.
the entire of Africa watching you right now. The numbers are going up, and
Yes.
we'd like to welcome Nevlin Naidu from Team Exhibit. as our first guest on Base Wars Live.
Right? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah?
That's awesome. That's awesome, Bill. As I say, welcome to all the guys. Welcome to all the viewers that's watching from far and wide. My name is Nevin. I'm the owner of Exhibit Audio. We are based in South Africa, Midrand. And yeah, welcome.
Yeah, so we had this big plan of some things that we were going to discuss here tonight. I bet Pumesh will remember, but Billy does not. What we were, it's like deer in the headlights. I've forgotten everything. Is that bad?
Okay, guys. So to all our base heads here in Africa, we've got some great news. Mr. Bull Temple will be with us in November at our November 30th show at Tiger Wheel and Tie at Newmarket in Alberton.
Isn't that exciting?
We are very
Very
excited.
excited to see you. Yeah.
And he's going to be
Yeah.
here for 2 weeks. We're putting together an entire calendar for 2 weeks of seminars, meets and greets. And just to let you guys know, we didn't have Durban on the plate for December, but we're now working on it officially. So yes, he's going to do 2 events in South Africa between the end of November and the first week in December. So there you go, guys.
It's going to be exciting. And I believe I will have a surprise guest as well with me, right? That's traveling
will.
with me. So that's a surprise, and we're going to keep that to ourselves, but that's exciting too.
Yes, that's excellent. So, Bill, does that mean that I get to stop judging for those 2 shows and you'll take over?
No, I usually just go by and shake hands and hang out with people, see if they'll let me use the volume knob a little bit, because that's fun, right? And I may be competing, right? They may let me borrow a car.
You have 2 weeks to build a car of your choice here.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be so much fun.
So, Bill, I think you, myself, and Pumesh have had this discussion a few times, but I'd like everybody else to hear it from you. Tell us about your journey with Base Wars, where you started and how it's transitioned to where it is currently, and what do you feel about it?
Well, so back in 2008, it was a consideration. I was building a vehicle, and we didn't have any competition where we were. The orgs just kind of dropped their area. Just we had nothing. So I built this truck, and I had nowhere to go play. And at that point, it kind of got put on the back burner, creating something. And in about 2014, 15, we started having some little meet and greets. And then at that point, somebody's like, why don't we make a competition out of this? And I'm like, well, I don't know how to run no competition, So we got us a meter, and we bought some little medallions. And we wound up having our first show, I think is officially in 2016 as a competition at Five Flags Motor Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. I think we had 8 or 10, 12 guys there, maybe 20. I really don't even remember. So we did it. And from there, it just has been growing, just organically growing. So I guess 4 years later, we had Jimmy Pittman come on with us. So we had our second spot, and he's up in Kansas, which in America, I'm kind of in the southern part, and he would be in the middle. And then I guess a little while after that, maybe a year, we had Jordan Acosta come on with us. And Jordan, he lives close to me, so he took my area, and that kind of freed me up to go elsewhere. And so people were asking us to come, and so I would travel around, and as I would do shows, people would want to be judges, and so I'd put them in my spot, so to speak. And it just has grown. It was never intended to be an org. It was just for fun. And so that's how come you see that we're a little bit more laxed than other orgs, is because it was come about as the pretense of being fun. And we just keep it that way. That's why we don't have a lot of rules. So yeah.
Yep.
And so now I think we're probably 25, 30 judges strong. Isn't that cool? And we're in Africa.
Yes.
Who saw that coming? Right? It was never a plan. Never a plan. I am just floored at how it has grown. It's crazy. Can't explain it, but yet, nevertheless, here we are, and we're excited. It's exciting, and it's exciting to come over there. It's exciting to be over there. It's exciting for me to see you guys excited about it. I'm beyond belief. Be honest with you, and thankful.
So,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're very welcome.
and I think you're one of the coolest bosses I've ever had. So thank you for that.
Well, I don't think of it as a boss, though. I think of it more like partnership. I've had a lot of businesses, and I realized the importance of not micromanaging.
Yep.
If I have to micromanage, I don't need you, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
So no, we do appreciate it, Bill. I think all the guys down here appreciate it as well. So yeah, I think Nevlin, can you tell us a little bit about your business and what you do?
Well, maybe start with how you got into audio.
Yeah, you give us your
and up
history.
until this point.
All right, so I've been in the car industry for the past 20 years, and it was something that I wanted to do on a full-time basis. Growing up in the woods of Chatsworth and having car audio from the days of our taxi youth days, you could say, it instilled a lot of faith into me and a lot of passion into me to one day create something of my own. And here we are today, finally, after many years on the road, and we've created Exhibit Audio. It was a brand that I created, it was a name that I created also. If you guys have been following us, you will know that Exhibit Audio, we stand for, or we actually build a lot of musical cars in the industry. We like the types of the bass boxes, the daily pounders, those custom setups. So we do it all in-house at our Midrand store. We specialize in a lot of bass boxing vehicles. We're holding a few records currently on other formats. When we've been following the bass wars format for a while before it arrived in SA, and we was hoping that one day bass wars could be in Africa, and here we are. So I'm quite pleased, quite privileged to be able to play on this format, knowing that our type of work matches with the bass wars format, rules, regulations, and classes. So we're quite excited. We haven't played on the big formats yet with a few of my big cars. Shop has been very, very busy. So I've got a few of our small cars to play on the format currently. But yes, next week is our big show at our Midrand store. We're going to be having our first bass wars event, and we'll be releasing a few of our cars as well to play on the different formats. And the guys are actually having fun on the format. Basically, we're enjoying it. It's an open book. The rules are simple. The judges are helpful. Anybody can play on the format. You don't need to be a professional to learn this format, and anything goes. So we're actually enjoying it. They're not strict or not cordoned off to specific rules where you got to do this or you got to do that. And it's actually a freedom of playing, a freedom of the playing field actually. So we're actually quite impressed, and we're quite impressed to have bass wars in SA. Thank you for that, Bill.
Yeah, sure. We want to be easy and fun, man. Awesome.
Yeah, so
Bill
that's
loves the word
good.
fun.
Yeah. So, Bill, I think we've also had a bit of a chat around this, and we started off obviously after discussions with you because of the way our amplifiers and products are manufactured and labeled down here, and obviously
So let me pause you for 1 second and tell everybody, so they understand our discussion. So over here, we have amplifiers that may say 3K and they really put out 5 to 10, somewhere in between there. In Africa, they have a lot of amplifiers that have 100K on the tag, but they really only put out 7 or 8K, and that's a difference, and that's what he's talking about. We've been discussing how to fix that for us,
Yeah. So obviously, our guys want to clamp, and I would like you to elaborate on why we don't want to be a clamping organization. And that goes
Yes.
back to the fun part of it again.
Yeah. So the clamp, honestly, I've not been there, so I don't know the fortitude of a lot of the competitors. Okay, but the clamp is not super difficult to defeat or make lie, if you will. So there's that, and also it just takes time to do it. So that would cut people out of our free reruns. We'd rather have more people through the lanes and free reruns. And also, we are a SPL, a dB per square inch org, whereas every other org, especially the ones that clamp, they are a dB per watt org, right? And we have those already, so we didn't want to be that. We're trying to be different, and so that's kind of why we do it. We don't clamp. Another thing is we'll clamp. We'll be doing, and you guys are not participating this time because you didn't have enough time to get your shows in. But we're going to clamp our world records. So if you go for a world record in Base Wars, which we'll be doing for the very first time this year at our finals, we will clamp that. So I think that's fair.
Yeah, I want to see what power the guys are making.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's great. Before my competitors shoot me down, Bill did mention free reruns. That is a USA
Terminology.
concept. Our Africa concept is a bit different. So yeah, just want to put that out there before the guys say I'm taking their money and not giving free reruns. So yeah,
Right.
obviously for Africa the whole package is positioned differently. So guys, I'm not taking your money and not giving you free reruns. It's just that's how it's run in the US, and we run it differently down here.
Right. Yeah. I didn't want. We didn't want to take member money and all that stuff since you weren't going to be able to participate in the finals. We wouldn't have enough shows for you to be there. But really, you guys have had a lot of shows. We could have done it. I don't even know. It's probably close,
Yeah. So this next
I've
week will be
still-
our 5th show.
Yeah, and I've still got about 8 more
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you.
For the
for the until December. There's 8 more.
Yeah. So Pumesh does the population of the events and coordinating. So she's already populating for 2025. So I think we're gonna bring the heat next year. We're just warming up this year. But yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we would like to stream also our event on the 5th of October. So we're going to start that event a little bit later just to try and coincide with a little bit of your event. We're having that out on the west coast of Africa, or South Africa, which is in the Western Cape. Cape Town, very nice place. We hope to take you down there, Bill, when you're here to meet the guys out there. But yeah, so far so good. What is the noise up there in the US about the Africans climbing onto the top 10 list? I know we've got quite a few.
Yeah. So I tell you, I haven't heard a lot simply because in the last few weeks, I just haven't really been on Facebook a whole lot. But what I have heard is like, those guys are loud. That's what I hear. That's about the extent of it. They say, yeah, man, those guys they're loud down there.
Yep.
And they're just getting started.
And we just getting started.
Yeah. It's exciting. It really is exciting. And I think the people here are also enjoying competition there, or overall, those top 10s, man, those really, they're driving this competition amongst everybody. It's awesome. Yeah.
And our guys are very competitive. So I must apologize if it's seen as maybe the guys have egos. It's not that at all. They're just very competitive.
Trust me, over here, the guys have egos, right? They're competitors. They want to be on top. If they're not on the top, they're going to talk smack and do stuff until they get there. Right? It's okay.
Yeah. So, Will, if you want to know anything, let us know. Guys, if you're watching, I know there's quite a few of you watching.
So Gerard Bukes says a lot of guys are still building for base wars. It is different from the normal shows that they were used to, and there will be more cars coming soon.
Yeah. So I'd say this: if you're building for base wars, first of all, that's very flattering. It really is. But and I know you won't do it, but I would encourage you to build what you like and fit you, and that'll fit you in a class of ours. So I wouldn't, me personally, I would for base wars, I wouldn't build for it. I would just build what you want, and you'll be in one. I assure you. The most important thing is for you to enjoy your ride. So I would more so do that if I were you.
I think the guys just want to adjust to it, becoming it's a new format in the country. So maybe the guys just want to do a few changes to coincide with the base wars rules, to work together with the rules and the judges and stuff. Me being a competitor, so I would also like to learn more from the judges. What can we change? What can be done? What's not allowed? What's allowed? We just want to make sure we do the right thing the first time around, and that's how we win.
So a lot of the questions I get is, can you do this and can you do that? Assume that you can. Assume that you can. As a competitor, it always was annoying to me to be told what I could and could not do with my own car, right? Yeah. So we'll just take, for example, the sensor, okay? Usually we judges hand you the sensor and for you to put in the car. And we say to you, it just needs to go in front of the front seat location. And the only reason we even say that is because we don't want you to take the sensor and say you have a center port, a wall, and you be playing like port wars when everybody else is regular metering. We're just trying to avoid that. So why would you need to put the sensor on the windscreen and where you're loudest or where your competitor is loudest and you would be loudest in the kick? Why would you have to put it where your competitor is loud instead of where you are loud? So if my car is loudest in the kick, why do I have to put it on the windscreen? So it's that's our whole philosophy is you do you. You put it where it's loudest in your car. And so that's just a simple little rule that it's not even really a rule. So that's why I say to you, just whenever you're thinking of, can I do something? You probably can. Do you want to rev your car up to 4,000 RPM? You want to buy a new engine? Do it. Right?
Oh, boy. That guy's now going to go crazy.
Yeah. I like there is a safety concern there, and there is that, but that is the competitor's job for that, for that safety concern. Do we care if you do 4,000 RPM? No. Does it help you? Probably not. But nevertheless, if you choose to, you can, so we don't have those kind of rules because to us, they don't affect are you loud? If you have a trunk build, let's say, in a trunk, your speaker box and your ports, all that stuff's supposed to be in the trunk. You can mount your amplifier on your dash. That's not going to make you any louder. So put your amplifier where you want. It doesn't matter if your trunk build, another one that I have to talk about a lot is a wall. What is a wall? Well, a lot of people say if it's above a window line. Well, you can't take a measuring tape and define a wall. In car audio, what a wall is, it shrinks the cabin and it directs all the sound waves and keeps them up front. Would everybody agree with that? So if that's the case, a measuring tape is not going to do that. But let's just say, okay, you got an 8 and you wall it from the bottom to the top and it's that wide and you got all this area beside your box. Well, did you succeed at making a wall? You didn't. But just because you're an inch over a window line, now you have to be considered a wall. And I disagree with that. You might have tried to make a wall, but you didn't succeed. So that's not a wall. If you're 4 inches short of the roof and the pressure can still get back, well, you failed at making the wall. Good try. Better luck next time, but that's not a wall.
Yep.
So
yeah,
we try to just use our common sense for what we do, not a measuring tape or, just it's sound common sense. Sound by, I mean, like audio common sense.
that's good.
So we're keeping with the competitiveness. Ritesh Singh says, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the UFC, Pearl, but the middleweight champion is still an SA person, and he's Drickus. So Ritesh says, we battle like Drickus here in SA. We bring the champs home.
Well, doesn't look like
Right?
it.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's gonna be some good competition, I think.
Well, Vincent says he's got 3 cars coming.
So tell us about your latest builds and what's coming up.
Or maybe what's in the plans.
What's in the plan? What's coming? What are you building?
No, we've got a few builds that we're going to be unleashing soon on the base wars format. We actually got 2 workshops that we work from. This is our current workshop where we do our daily build and some of our competition cars. We've got another workshop where we just do our competition cars. So got a few builds that's coming up. I think we're going to launch one on our next show is coming up next week. But during the course of the year, I think we've got 8 shows to go. So I will be releasing another 2 more, or 2 or 3 vehicles, my own vehicles, because base wars are such a variety of classes. You're going to pick, choose, and refuse. So we're trying to get used to the formats by learning the formats firstly, trying to get the specific vehicle in the right class for it. So it's a very challenging format where you've got a freedom to do what you want. Like you said, there's no rules, no regulations. Anything goes. It works in favor of guys like us where we can play around, do things, try things. There's no restrictions. I think in SA we've got some very good competitors. I think by the end of this season, we should be halfway through the top 10 list, challenging the US. And I can bank that because we've got a lot of builders in the country, a lot of good builders with Cape Town, Durban, around South Africa, around Africa as well. And most of the guys are actually excited to be on the format. I'm actually challenging some guys on the format because they played on the format before me. So it's going to be fun. We have a lot of sportsmanship in the country. We have a lot of sportsmanship in Gauteng as well, where we win, we lose. So there's no drama, no politics. We just want to work together, build the brand. And yeah, we're actually enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying helping my team succeed learning this format. Like you said, the guys can try it out for the first time and run with it. Yeah, they can. But there's so many classes there. And my team members want to go for most of the classes with the one specific vehicle or 2 or 3. So they're not even giving me a chance to play as yet. But end of the day is we want to get more cars in the format. And yeah, hopefully by the end of the season, we should have quite a lot of record holders throughout the country. That's going to be challenging the US. So far, so good. It's been a few shows that's already been in play. And I think by the end of the season, it should be a narrow ballpark for the US.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. From some of the numbers I see and some of the cars I see, I'm sure they'll be populating those top 10s. I've got no doubt. And so I'm gonna bring one thing up that I see somebody ask in the comments, and I think it has scrolled on, but basically it's about our power, okay? And this gets overlooked here in America a lot, but so. If you say, I'm going to use a 3K class, like our stealth class, right, where you max out at 3,000 watts. So as I said earlier, we are a dB per square inch org, so to speak, right? Cone area is king for us. So if let's say you have the cone area to fit in the stealth class, and you can go up to 3K in the stealth class. Well, if you go to 3,010 watts, it bumps you up 1 class, right? If you go over on the power. But after you go up that 1 class, you can go to 3 million watts and you still only go up 1 class. A lot of people think that if they go up to 40,000 watts, then they're up all those classes, but you're not. Your power can only take you up 1 class.
Yeah. So
I hope that answers your question, Kieran.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
that's the
think
one that people kind of overlook. They see that score sheet and they see the power on there, and they're like, hmm. So now, as far as what we were going to do, you may have to remind me, but I think if we do it I think we decided if we do Africa the same way we do America. At first, I had told them, let's just don't care about the power in Africa because of the overrating, there. And but that didn't work because one guy had amplifiers that matched those here in America, and so it wouldn't have been fair to the rest of everybody in Africa. So we decided to do it just the same way. You guys might be a class up, I guess, but we looked at the scores, and let's say you were in the top, you were the fifth person in the step class or whatever, let's say, and we moved you to the other one. You were still like the fifth person in the class you would have been in based on that rating. So we're going to try it like that. If it doesn't work out, we'll revisit it. But so I think that's what we've agreed to try next year.
Yeah. So, Kieran, I don't know if you joined a bit late, but Bill did touch on it earlier. So that will stay for this season, and then Bill will look at it again. But the amplifier ratings will stay for now with regard to the classing of the classes. So Stealth will be a 3K amplifier as branded by the manufacturer. We will not be clamping those classes. There'll only be 3 clamp classes, which is the leash trunk, leash no wall, and leash wall. But as Bill said, for their finals on the 5th, they will be clamping. Bill, maybe we'll have a chat offline and see if we could maybe do the show that we're doing on the 5th clamped as well. Just to kind of see if that's on par with what you guys are doing. But yeah, thank you.
So Kieran has another question. He said in the death match, can we maybe look at a wall and a no wall death match, like separating it?
We could. So we are limited by the term lab.
Yes.
We only have so many spots for classes in there, and we're filled up. That
So no
is
more
the problem with creating all the different ones. So next year, we're pretty much going to, when I say next year, I mean after October, after finals, we're going to add a couple of professional classes for extreme builds. They'll take up a couple spots. We'll get rid of a couple of them, but I don't know how many of these more classes we can create. We only have 48 spots in the term lab. And if you'll notice on your score sheets, the demo classes, those are judged kind of thing. They're not even in the term lab. That's how we have more classes than 48. So will we do it? Not next year. Would there be a time? Maybe. We're not opposed to it. We're just limited. Yeah, extreme classes. Yeah.
Just limited, yeah.
There's no space for them.
Yeah. So, Bill, we got a question from Gerard, and he says, "So the states like using big cars, unlike here. So you guys obviously got the big trucks and that sort of bigger vehicles.
Yeah.
Where in Africa, South Africa, we've got more compact to medium-sized vehicles. And he wants to know if there's any pros and cons. Obviously, if you can give them any tips as to how to get loud with the smaller vehicles as opposed to the bigger ones that you guys use."
So I think the smaller vehicles are louder. I think I see RP in the comments. He's got the only large vehicle. Him and a couple others have the Astro vans, right? And we do have Chris Lee tapping a 180 also. He's done an 80. But most people that are loud are using smaller vehicles. And honestly, they're using smaller vehicles that are not from America. So it's a sound pressure thing. And at some point, it quits being a sound wave and turns into a pressure wave, So, well, yeah, here we go, right? You got to put a lot more stuff in a bigger car, right? So I think you guys have a slight advantage. I think those smaller cars are going to help you. We have a lot of Tahoes over here, and over here, if you go above about a 65, 66, you're going to be rebuilding your vehicle into a tank. I don't know what those little cars over there are doing, but after about a 65, 66, you got to start, supporting
Putting a tank.
Yeah.
So we've got what you call, I think, one of the most popular SPL vehicles in the world, probably, which is the Corsa. It's an Opel. You guys, I think, call it a Vauxhall. We've got some of those vehicles going upwards of the 65 with stock trim, stock interior, stock windscreen. So
Doing a 66 already.
yeah, 66 already, mostly sealed. So those cars don't like doors open from what we see. So they get pretty loud. I mean, Neville's got some serious vehicles as well. We'll take you around the shop a little bit later just to show you what's in here. And then we've got a lot of the minis. I think you saw one of our minis in Durban.
The old school extreme.
The old school extreme vehicle that's doing a 69 on normal music, which is an extreme vehicle.
That's pretty loud. Yeah.
Come from
Yeah.
Motown Inc. Yes.
That's very loud.
So that vehicle I think shocked the judges as well as all our competitors down here because it's an extreme vehicle, ultimate vehicle, what we call it, and it basically did
Everything.
He did everything.
It did everything that it could.
He was so efficient. He literally played the car, left the car, walked away, came and said hi to us at the front desk, and went back to the car.
That's a very versatile. You've got to give him the credit.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
So congrats on that, Bill, guys. He did the death match. He let the vehicle run, and he was standing next to us. I was on the mic, and he was standing next to me and having a chat while the vehicle just continued doing his own thing.
Yeah, well done, and Motown Inc. You guys have done well.
Yeah. And then we've got the guys from Star Sound. We've got Bradley. He's the number one spot in the trunk vehicle. So he's doing extremely well. He's also got the highest score on the clamp. No walls, leash, no wall. So he's got a Corsa there. So in fact,
I think it's actually the loudest Corsa in the world right now.
Yeah, on another format, he is actually the loudest.
It's a record holder,
Yeah, Corsa, it's a box vehicle they call it in the world. We've got Trishet from Mamba Sport, so he's come through in the stealth class, 3 kilowatts. Yeah, and that's trunk.
And this was the first show in Durban. For all of them to come forward in first places was amazing.
Yeah. So these guys are pretty good at getting these things done in a short space of time.
But let's not forget our Cape Town guys.
Yeah.
Granger, I hope you're listening.
Yep.
Yeah. You brought the heat with your, what is it called? Cordoba.
Yes. So he's got a wagon. So
Seat wagon.
Yeah, Seat wagon. So one of the very difficult builds. Did extremely well. I think Umesh, you got the
Yes,
results.
I've got the results here. If I could quickly go through it and give out some mentions.
That's a very windy car.
Yeah.
In the assassin class, we've got Dean Lombard in 8th position on the world listings. In the boss class, we've got our first female, Rashika Singh, in 5th position. In Cyclone Wall, we have first place Granger from Cape Town.
Yeah.
And second place, we call him our official PRO, Bradley Walker from Future Audio.
Bradley.
He's our go-to. He's been our biggest supporter from the word go.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
In Hot Seat No Wall, in 7th place, we've got Kieran from Cape Town. And in Hot Seat Wall, 2nd place, Granger again, General G. In Least Trunk, we've got 1st place, Bumblebee from Team Star Sound. Old School Extreme, Jerome with that green mini that you liked, Bill.
Yeah.
Motown. And then in Twister Extreme, Jerome again. In Unleashed Trunk, we've got Bumblebee, Bradley Samuels, Team Star Sound. Unleashed Wall, Jerome slash Dylan. Dylan's the builder. Dylan is the brain behind the car and Motown Inc. And Unleashed No Wall, third place, Joker, Team Star Sound. Sixth place, Jason Walker, Future Audio. Unleashed Demo, second place, Jerome. Eighth place, Joash Samuels, Motown Inc. Twister Wall, second place, our piano again, Bradley Walker. Fifth place, Granger. Ninth place, the Riddler, Team Star Sound. In Twister No Wall, fourth place, Joash Samuels. In Stealth, as Nevlin said, Trishan Governor from Team Targa. In Port Wars, we have little Kylie Collins, the little girl that you chose for the one flyer from Cape Town Bowl. In Old School, we have the Riddler in second place. In Leashed Wall, Bradley Walker, Future Audio in fourth place. Leashed No Walls, first place, Kylie Samuels, Team Star Sound. Second place, Kylie Collins in Cape Town. These two are besties, childhood besties, and now they both are having siblings on the way. Ninth place, Ruby Pillay here in Johannesburg. In the high voltage class, our most efficient mini currently, Jerome Motown Inc. The death match, Jerome again in first place, sixth place Granger, and eighth place Craig Young from Cape Town. And in Bandit, our favorite D Naidu in sixth place. So well done, guys. We are very proud of you. And the world is watching you, and Bull is also very proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
A lot of records in a short bit of time, Abel. A lot of records.
Yeah. Right. It didn't take long, did it?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah, we obviously we go around and we speak to all the installers and the shops and the guys that do their own builds. And I think we're in for a bumper season 2025. So after the finals that you guys are doing, the new season opens, the guys got to sign up memberships, and I think there's a lot of retail partners. Nevlin will be one of them that's going to climb on board. And our guys are very competitive, so they're definitely going to give you guys a hard time up there, which we all want.
Well, Kylie Collins' dad, Colin Ruplal, says it's about time he starts the car now, because when we played the car in Cape Town, the car was switched off. So he says because little Kylie is in second place, it's time to start the car and play now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a lot. That's a lot for a short amount of time.
Yeah, so that's that.
But like you said that you kept on classes, there's no room for any more classes. Are we going to see any changes in the class that we have currently for the next season? Or are we keeping
I
it
don't
better?
think so. Actually, that's the reason we decided to start our world records. Is prior to this, we've been changing as competitors would give us feedback. We're like, okay, well, this one needs to go, this don't, and we changed a couple things, but nobody has really suggested any changes this whole year, with the exception of making classes for extreme vehicles. So I think we're pretty solid. I don't see any changing at all. So I think there's a few of them that may go away, but no real changes. So I'm excited about that.
So one of our bigger teams in Johannesburg is Team Future Audio, and the head of that team is Jason Walker, and he says, you know what, he's so proud of having so many top 10 listings with Base Wars, but he's got to get those guys up now.
Yeah.
So I think
that's good.
We call back.
Yeah. So we have how many shows so far? Can I say?
Four.
4 shows.
Yeah. Yours is going to be the fifth one.
With 3 times more the records on the format currently.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
So we started off in Gauteng, which is Johannesburg. We did 2 shows, and then we've done one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast, and then next week we're back. What are we? North. we're not on the coast, but yeah, we in the middle kind of thing. So we're back here. We're trying to wake up a very competitive area back in the day, which is Port Elizabeth. So that's in the middle of the east, the west coast, on the coastline as well. And then, Bill, with you coming down in November, we see a lot of competitors trucking in. So we inland, so a lot of competitors trucking in from the coast. I'm hoping to meet you, but yeah, I think they also want to have a competition where everybody is together, relaxed atmosphere, and actually just have fun. I'll be honest, we've been doing this for a good few years now. And as I said, Pumesh, a longer competitor than I am. We've been in the industry for a long time, competing, and I think not knocking anybody else. This is one of the most fun times we've had at an event. We actually don't have a lot of arguments because
Right.
You got the freedom.
yeah, you got the freedom. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fight you and say, oh, but your sensors should be here and whatever, and your windows and blah blah blah. Don't open your door, no door blockers and whatever and whatever. And I understand the other orgs have that for a reason, but I think the guys really enjoy the freedom. And I think, yeah, we don't want to change too much because then it becomes too much of binding.
Yes.
We bound
Yeah.
by too many rules.
No restrictions. Yeah.
We have the goal of just keeping it fun. That's the biggest thing. We just want it to be fun. And the statement you just made, so I couldn't say that because I created it or this or that, but I hear that a lot, that we have a laid back atmosphere and people just love it. Literally, I hear that everywhere. If there's anything I hear, that's what I hear.
So, well, I'm going to put you on the spot. You can answer or you can't. It's up to you. But I
Yeah.
believe you guys had a bumper show at Slamology. Are there any stats that you're able to give us on the baseball side of things at Slamology?
Like how many we ran there?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Actually, just remembering would be the thing. But I think we honestly, I can't remember. 200 and something actual runs or unique runs, and 400, 480, I think, total runs, if I remember right. But
Sure.
I could be wrong. I don't remember. But it was a lot. It was a lot. We wound up having to shut the lanes down on that Sunday, and we still could have been running. It was embarrassing to me because people were like, "Man, I wanted to get in the lane, but I couldn't. It was too long." So next year we'll do 4 lanes, instead of just 2. But
Yeah.
that's only our 3rd time there. We handled most everything well last year with 2 lanes, and so we didn't expect what we got. We definitely should have had 4 lanes. They're changing venues, and if we have the space, and I'm sure the venue they're going to is going to be bigger, so we'll have enough space to run 4 or 5 lanes next year. Try to get more people through there.
So, over 2 days, 480 runs, more or less.
Yeah, we had yeah.
Almost the same
Right.
Plus, over 4-week period, we collected. Okay.
Yeah, but I think,
Yes.
that's
You could have high yield
That would be
there.
our target.
Soft shoes.
sure. Guys, you're all listening. We want to get to those numbers as well, please.
Right, yeah. And what's really exciting, man, is we have representation in the area now, but we really haven't had representation up there. So it happened fast, is I guess what I'm saying. The first year we went there, I was worried nobody was going to run us, and even that year we did a couple of hundred, I think, 400 overall, even the first year. And because we were able to just zip everybody through there. The second year, we did that as well. Maybe the first year we didn't do that many. The second year we did 400 plus, and this year we did almost 500. But so the limiting factor was the time and the number of lanes. If we'd have had more lanes, I would be sitting here telling you a much higher number, much higher.
So we've got a question, Bill, and I know we've already spoken about our retail and our normal competitor membership, but it's from Abdul Rahim, and they are the dealers here or the holders for RA and DD in South Africa. So he'd like to know more about the audio brand incorporation and what Basewar's objective is. I would like you to answer that question.
So I'm not sure I understand the question.
He'd like to know what our objective as Basewas is for retail partnership.
So we really don't have one because we've really rarely gotten sponsors. I built this business not on relying to have sponsors. We love to have them, and we're thankful for them when we can get them. But over here, since we had other orgs and stuff, people are loyal, to whatever org, and and that's awesome for them. But we just hadn't really fit in anywhere. Kicker definitely has helped us a lot, and so they were the only people that really gave us any attention, and we went foot forward to advertising for them before we even got that, so we don't really have a goal. It's like this, as I say to you or anybody that would be potential to sponsor or partner with us, is I would love to have a sponsorship, but I also need to be able to provide you a service for the money. We can't just take it. Got to give you something for it, So,
So Abdul, to also answer your question from South Africa side, we've been working closely with Bo and closely with some of the retailers or the audio brands in South Africa, and we could have missed you, and I apologize for that, but you're welcome to get in touch with us because we do have packages that we now offering to people, and we have the marketing structure around those packages, so we could tailor make a package for you. And yeah, give me a call or send me a WhatsApp and I'll get back to you.
Right.
We won't close the door with anyone. We're here to help everybody's business grow and to be seen and heard across the world.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think,
And I'll say this too, this is all coming about as we have been talking too,
Yeah.
So we're just young org, and we've just not crossed all those bridges. We were so small for a while that nobody needed us. Now it's not really the case, and so if we can provide a service for some people, we're happy to do it.
Yeah, and just to elaborate on what Bill and Umesh has said, Abdul, is to be honest, we only 4 shows in to Base Wars. I think Base Wars is what, about how many months? I can't even remember. 5, 6 months old.
We're 3 months old.
3 months old, 3, 4 months old. All the guys, and we don't want to ruin the announcement, so we won't go into depth. But I think, Bill, you're aware of what we've been up to. We haven't actively gone out into the market and said, guys, this is what we are, and this is what we need. A lot of the brands have come to us, and that's probably why, Abdul, we haven't gotten to you as yet. And it's and that's basically where it is. So guys, we will, if you want, pop Umesh on WhatsApp, contact us on Facebook via Messenger. I think everyone's got our numbers. Give us a shout, and if you want to get involved, we're here. And obviously we want to grow, and we welcome it, and we appreciate the support that we've gotten this far. And I think there's room for everybody. Being an international organization, we open to almost anything. And Bill is very, very good with creating packages for individual brands with exposure. We had a quick chat yesterday about something that we're working on. Bill and Pumesh and myself will have a few more chats around that, but it's very exciting for our local brands as well. And I don't want to ruin rides until we ticked all the boxes, but I think Base Wars Africa, together with the assistance and the head steering from Bill is opening a lot of doors for us in this short 3 to 4 months already. And I think it's just going to grow. So, guys, it's just not a sales pitch. Get on board. You'll notice in the next few weeks that there's massive things coming for Africa, things that we never even expected would happen in such a short space of time. So,
and it's happening so fast. It's crazy.
Well, Mr. Patel says that it looks like South Africa is going to make Soundcheck come out and play.
Aha!
So we look forward to that. Lots of competitiveness here in Africa, and a lot of people idolize RP and they follow him. So we'd like to see you play on Base Wars, RP.
Yeah, he's the loudest man in the world. So I'll tell you something that's cool.
When I was there.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you something. I called RP before we created our clamp classes, the few that we have, right? I called RP and says, hey, and he had not that. I don't think he's competed with us yet, right? But I called him and we talked about this in those clamp classes, and he actually came up with the clamp classes for us. And so some people have asked, well, why not a 10K and why not this? The man himself told me, he said, if you've got 10K, you've got 5K. You don't need a 10K, right? If you've got 15K, you've got 5K. He said, keep it simple. And I just listened to him, and he created, in essence, our classes. Now, I did it one step more than he suggested. He suggested a stock and an extreme. Well, I kind of broke it into 3, I guess, for that, but or 6. But he was behind that. But the cool thing about that is, he said to me, and this is before he broke the world record. Okay, this is before he was the loudest man in the world. He says, I want to be the loudest person in the world. He says, I don't want to be the loudest person in a certain class. I don't want to be in a certain. He said, I want to be the loudest person in the world. Goal set, and he got it. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, excellent.
And I understand he's building a van for Base Wars right now.
Yes.
Yep. So, RP, are you setting the bar, or should we do it?
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, I don't know. Are there any questions from the audience? Bo, do you have any questions for us?
I don't have any. I just hope that you guys will just continue to enjoy it as a sport and keep a good attitude about it, because that's all that's important for us, is for it to be fun.
Yeah, I think. What do you think, Mr.?
I think it's time for a walkabout in Nevland's paradise.
Yeah,
He'll take
cool.
you through some of his builds, and some of the guys already know the builds, some people don't. But yeah, we're gonna hand the laptop over to Sugin, and Nevland will do a walkabout in his workshop.
Cool.
Right, let's go.
I'm gonna take myself out while y'all do that, so the screen will be bigger. But I'll be here and I'll watch. When you guys get ready, I'll come back.
And you can ask questions in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have our new equipment as yet, so please excuse us. We will be getting the cams, but yeah, Bill, you might like this. So that's his collection. So that's one. It's a mini panel van. That's another one. And that's number 3. So So this is Nevlin. You want to tell us a little bit about this one?
All right. This is the Ford F100. We've done a full DS18 build in this one.
So fully customized, guys. This belongs to one of the guys that we all know, Mr. Bruce Naidu. So complete customization.
Bill wants to know, is that a Ford? Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes.
it's a Ford. We're just busy with the engine now. Doing some modifications with regards to the software and added some more power to the system. So we're going to get that done, and yeah, should release our show next weekend.
Okay, great
so we
stuff.
get that done now. Yeah.
Looking forward to that, guys. So full DS18 setup. Show you guys here. There's a little bit of magic happening. That's our lithium getting ready to be installed in something. I don't know what. So, Bill, you've seen this vehicle in some of the
promo videos that
yeah.
we've done.
So this is that loud caddy that he's built. Okay, so powered by Star Sound. So that's his mid-range on the door, and that's where it starts. So that's two 10-inch with one tweeter, fully customized door panel. So the original has been removed, and that's fully fabricated by Nevlin and his team. This vehicle is called the Ghost Rider, after what's his name? Gone in 60 Seconds,
Yes.
guys.
Nicolas Cage.
So he's busy working on it, but that's the rear door, one of them.
So we're just busy with a few things that we're doing in the vehicle. We're just adding some more power to the car. We've been battling for a while, so we're using some of our excess power cells in this. So the vehicle is powered by Star Sound amplifiers, Star Sound vocals, and yeah, we're just getting ready for our next weekend's event.
That's the other door.
Bill says he needs to take this home with him.
Yeah, that's fun. That'll be fun.
All right. Yeah, Bill pays in dollars. So we okay with that, Bill? So yeah, so there's a lot of vocals. That's the other door. Remember, we drive on the opposite side of the car that you guys do, and then that's the enclosure. Sure, it's going to be pretty difficult to show you this, but yeah. So it's 612s inverted. What is?
12.
1212s inverted. That's the port. Star Sound woofers. So it's 7112 D4s. Yeah, so this is the new range. I'll let Nevlin tell you a little bit more about it. So Nevlin, this is obviously powered by lithium. And then yeah.
So these are the new range of the Star Sound woofers. I'll show you in the lounge. Let's go to the lounge before we get back to the car. So you can't really see the woofer actually there in the vehicle. So talking about the woofer, the 7112 is we've got so many lying everywhere. So let's start with this one.
Sure, that's a pretty big amplifier. You can tell us.
That's one of our new amplifiers that's in the country currently. That's our Star Sound Super Bass 20K. We're just using it to play around a bit, musical, SPL, and so forth. Our new range of Star Sound woofer that's arrived in the last few months, which is our Super Bass, our 7315, our Monster, which is a very old woofer but very, very faithful woofer. Our new Jigsaw woofer that's just landed in the country a few months ago, one of our best sellers. And yeah, talking about the 7112, I'm going to show you one woofer now.
Okay, so that's a Super Bass, I think, on the corner there with the shiny looking silver and white basket.
So RP says he's got a mini panel van for Bill.
There we go. All right, so that's the woofers that are in the caddy at the moment.
So it's one of our latest woofers, musical. This is a 7112. We have a few in the country currently. This is one of the first vehicles to have a wall in it with these type of woofers. It's the best of both, SPL and bass boxing. We tried it first in our caddy. We've got a new build coming out in a few months, well, actually a few weeks, which we're going to be having the 7115 woofers, powered by Star Sound. We're going to be using that Star Sound amplifier with these woofers, which is the 15s. And yeah, I'm going to show you the small peek of the vehicle and what it looks like.
This is what I was waiting for.
Yeah. Talk about this first.
All right, we'll talk about his pride and joy.
All right, so everyone know about this ride, famous Baba Yaga. So We've been working with the vehicle for a long time. Our vehicle is powered by Star Sound, and with the new challenges, with the new record holders, our vehicle needed a few changes to be made to compete on that level. This vehicle is a Jetta, as you can see, it's a trunk sedan, very small, but very powerful when you're looking at. It's running in the extreme class. We're going to be running the unleashed wall as well. Powered by Star Sound, it's got 12 Star Sound 15-inch woofers with just 2 amplifiers. We're going to be beefing it up a bit to be competitive in the current SA market. We've got some very, very tight competitors. Give them all the credit to that. And yeah, we're going to be releasing this car the next 2 or 3 weeks on the different platforms. But I want to show you something I'm releasing soon. Not too much on the inside, just showing you the shape of the vehicle that we're going to be releasing in the next few weeks. This is one of our builds that we're busy with currently. Besides being on the competition side, on the base boxing side or the SPL side, we've got some SQ builds that we do as well. This vehicle is will be powered by DD. So it's got an air suspension kit that's built into the vehicle on the floor. 2 12-inch DD woofers. We've got DD vocals on the doors. And yeah, we'll be showing what for Star Sound vehicles as well. So this is one of the vehicles that I will be releasing soon. We haven't done much on it as yet. Most of the guys don't know what car it is. I'm just going to show you the front. You guys definitely going to know what car, but we leave the inside for another time. So you can see the length of it, not a normal size. So we're going to do something to be competitive in the industry. So we've got a long saloon, you can call it. So I'm just going to show you the front of it. Most of you will know. Done a good paintwork on the vehicle.
Wow, that's nice. Believe it or not, Bill, this is the first time we're seeing it as well.
We heard about it, but
Yeah.
first see. The
So-
first view, guys.
So this is the Volvo. I'm going to tell you guys, it's a Volvo. It's the estate ×2 actually. So we're going to be busy with this because we actually stuck for space in our Jetta. We don't have the space, we don't have the room for more equipment. And we decided to get something different. We actually built something different. So we extended our vehicle to be in line of our competitors actually currently in SA and the world. So we can put enough woofers, enough amplifiers, and we've got enough leg room for me to drive the vehicle as well. So yeah, this is the Volvo estate. Most of the guys have been wondering what vehicle this was when we first posted it. It's a 2.5 turbo. It's an 850R, so it's got a good engine. It's got a lot of power for us to pull it around. And we'll be releasing it at our first Base Wars event in a few months. Yes, we're having a show next weekend, but this one won't be ready. We will bring out another car as well. But this will be playing on the first format in SA on the Base Wars, one of the Base Wars challenges. So yeah, that's one of it. We just done this vehicle recently. This is one of our daily pounders, powered by Star Sound. The reason why most of our vehicles are powered by Star Sound, I think the guys look at the Jetta and they look at some of the builds that we've done, and they wanted something that's affordable, something that they can challenge with, compete with. So this was more the mini caddy, you could say, because I don't attend a lot of shows, and we're a lot of team members that like to go for a lot of events, and we said to them, you know what, let's get some of you guys cars built where you can go and challenge on other formats, play music for the guys. And yeah, so this is one of our mini cars. We call it mini cars. It looks mini, but it's got a lot of punch in it. So let me just show you around. As you can see on the front doors, we'll do some custom doors for the VR6. Got the strong engine for the sound, so yeah, actually that makes sense to have.
What is that?
custom
3/8?
doors. These are 3/8, the new Star Sound 850 Pros, and it's powered with a pair of Star Sound bullet tweeters, the smaller ones. We'll pull it now and show you the back. But yeah, that's it, front. Look at the back. I was talking about the 7112 woofers that's in the Ghost Rider. This is the 7115, one of the first vehicles that we've actually got a chance to put it in. And this is what they look like. Very, very, very versatile woofer when it comes to SPL, playing music, competing. And this vehicle is powered by Star Sound as well. We're running an 8 kilowatt amplifier on this pair of 15s. We're running a processor as well for the vocals. And yeah, we're really enjoying building these daily pounders. It makes sense because I love music, I love playing it loud, I love being competitive, and I'd like to thank my brand as well for helping me, trying to get there and play on different formats and make my clients happy. Actually, team members become clients, clients become team members who are actually enjoying it as well.
So RP said, let's get an Astro van and let's build SA Extreme Loud.
Yeah, send it from the US. Send the Astro. We don't have one here, but yeah, we've got a microbus we can compete with, and I think we've got one in our cabin as well, in our hood, actually, you could say. So we're busy with that vehicle, trying to get it up to the standards, but we don't have the Astro vans in SA. We wish we did, but we can use what we have, and we still be competitive. We've got very good builders in SA. Very, very strong builders. Got to give them the credit. They motivate everybody around the world to compete. And we love the format. We love this game. We're not just playing on a specific format. We love the game, and we can play on any format. And the fact that we're having base wars next week, it'll be a good challenge for my team members as well. And yeah, that's basically it. That's from our big cars. We've got a lot of cars in the shop, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's all about. I'm gonna take you through the showroom quickly while the guys get settled. He's got a nice Porsche in here. I don't know what's going on here. Is this the SQ build? Yep, it's definitely an SQ build. So yeah, lots of trophies. As you can see, it's around the shop there. That's the whole display area. So yeah, that's it. Right, can I have my station back for my laptop,
Can I have our
please?
station back?
Right, Bill, you can come back in. We're done with the tour.
Yeah, man, that thing, that shop is like, is it a museum or is it a shop? You know, it looks nice.
It's like a candy store to some people.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's our show for now. I don't know if there's anything else.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, man, that was exciting. I'm glad that you guys invited me to do this.
Yeah. So yeah, from our side, thank
So
you.
I just want to repeat myself. Sorry, for those that wasn't here when we started this live, we announced that Bull Temple will be visiting South Africa at the end of November until the end of the first week of December. We're having 2 huge shows. One has already been planned, the other one I'm busy with, and we're gonna have another surprise guest. So
Yeah,
we're keeping
it's
it
exciting.
up, so the element of surprise is still there. We're gonna have seminars, we're gonna have the shows, we're gonna do meets and greets at some of the retail partners. You guys need to keep those 2 weeks available so that you get to meet Bill and our surprise guest. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth your time. And like
Yeah.
again, and I always say to you guys at the show, we really appreciate you guys supporting us. And we know that you're going to support us and welcome our US guests here. Or should I say guests in plural. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And we hope that you guys are going to support this venture with us. And we will deliver the best to you.
What's the date again for the show?
November 30th at Tiger Wheel Attire in Newmarket, Alberton. That's where you would officially meet Bill Temple. We're busy working on the workshops and the seminars, so we'll roll that out to you in the next few months. We're busy with the logistics of getting Bill here and our other guests.
Yeah, I'm excited to come. You guys have no idea. Have no idea.
Well, I didn't ask. We speak quite often. Are you a cognac guy or you're a whiskey guy?
Normally, I drink mixed drinks, different kinds. I like whiskey. I don't do much cognac, but
All right.
yeah, I drink some whiskey.
Okay, my Alberton boys rugby club after the Alberton show, so we're gonna show you around the local.
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
excited about that. I really am. That's gonna be fun.
And curry. Yeah, so you're gonna be in for a good surprise.
So Nevlin is a food connoisseur. So
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He'll take care of that part.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Granger in the Cape.
And Granger in Cape Town.
It'll
and
be
in
fun.
Durban, we've got Bradley Samuels from Team Star Sound and Delane Munion from Team Motown. we'll leave them in charge of the cuisines and the entertainment there.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, get a black label. Anybody know what he's talking about?
Hey, Black Label.
Completely.
Oh,
So we've
big
got
watch
two.
us.
So we've got two black labels. Are you talking about a black label Johnny Walker whiskey or a black label beer, which is what we call a Soweto Pepsi? Which one is it, whiskey or beer?
I don't know what he was talking about. He says keep it local. Probably beer.
Okay. Somebody, sorry, we didn't follow that.
We
one.
weren't following that, sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah, it must be one of our guys.
Oh, it's Kieran.
Oh, Kieran.
He
Yeah,
met,
yeah.
Please.
Kieran, you met Soweto Pepsi.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get the Johnny Walker whiskey black label, but Kieran's talking about one of our local beers. So yeah, we'll introduce you to
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he says beer.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up from our side. I know Bull's got a busy day.
Oh, hey, listen. Let me do this. Watch this right quick, guys, and we'll be right back. Watch this.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You could beat the world, you could beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you go find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name.
yeah.
'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's
How do you know? That's very
Cool.
nice.
Thank you, Bull.
Very nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
I really appreciate that. Looks cool.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate y'all doing this so late at night there.
No problem, Bull. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bo.
No.
Thank you to everybody that tuned in and asked questions and shared their experience about Base Wars Africa. Thank you to the USA guys for tuning in as well. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Cheers,
All right,
guys.
we're going to play a little video, and we will see you guys later.
Thank you.
Cheers.
See you later.
Bye.
You've heard of the Base Wars organization. You've probably considered competing in the Base Wars organization. Friends, it's time to pull the trigger.
This is just the beginning.
Base Wars will be attending Slamology, the world's largest automotive and music festival. Yes, friends, you heard that correct. For the first time, Base Wars will be attending Slamology. This is very exciting news, so don't miss your chance to compete with us. You'll enjoy our atmosphere and our laid-back style of competing. Those of us from Slamology, Base Wars, Kicker, and Sky High look forward to seeing you at the world's largest automotive show and music festival, June 10th through the 12th at Indianapolis, Indiana.